What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video, and we just got the official trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and with this trailer, it teases like so much that as going to happen in this film, it's just especially for the fate of the Guardians and going on their one last mission together, and with this trailer, it just proved that, especially as it's going to be super emotional, as we got just some reveals at like the main villain, and even for Adam Warlock, and even for Rocket's or story that is going to be addressed in this film as well. So in this video, is going to be my full breakdown of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer, going over everything that they may miss, all the Easter eggs, and going through those trailers shot by shot over everything that they may miss as well. But if you are here, you don't saw this, be sure to subscribe to the notification bell so it's our videos of this future. So let's get into it. And so with this trailer, it starts with the Guardians going towards what it's called kind of Earth. Now this is where the High Evolutionary, who is the main villain of this movie, created this as like a pure version of planet Earth. And now as they're arriving towards a neighborhood, now we see the Guardians in their full Ravager outfits as they're full on Ravagers, and now having Gamora with them. And then we see them towards like creatures, and then we see this one little creature like rolling a dodgeball towards Drax, and then even in this hilarious moment where we see like Drax hitting the little creature with the dodgeball, and then with the Peter like getting suddenly getting hit with a dodgeball as well. It seems like with the creatures, like they don't seem to let them, and that was a hilarious moment to see, especially in the beginning of the trailer. And now, as we can see here, is the origin and backstory of Rocket, and as we can see a hand reaching out towards a baby raccoon, and that's of course a baby Rocket with a High Evolutionary. He performs experiments on animals, causes sentences on the subject. And with that, he is Rocket's creator. So we're assuming that this is a flashback sequence, but I'm glad that like Marvel is finally addressing Rocket's backstory in this moment, especially for a flashback. And now, as we see here, like the Guardians are on a planet, and that they have these special suits. And now with this is a reference from the video game Among Us, so where we see like a couple of people in these suits jumping around the full planet, and as we see in the next shot right here, and plus we see a Gamora here, and obviously she's going to be returning in this film, but with the Gamora. It is like the 2014 Gamora, and not the one like who we know and love today. And plus, this is obviously going to be like the toughest, so especially for Peter Quill with the Gamora and not be with them, it's gonna be hard for the Guardians to win and defend Earth. And now, especially with Gamora, who we're going to see with the Guardians, this is not the same Gamora. This is going to be the 2014 Gamora. And next we hear Peter saying that they've been running their whole lives, and Rocket replies saying that he is done running. And now we get our first look at the main villain of this film, who is the High Evolutionary. And now, especially with him being Rocket's creator, and now even in the shot right here, is that we could probably see Rocket is definitely going to be dying, and as we can see, like this is someone probably injecting something into him, and we see a Peter just like screaming and starting to look like someone is about to die. It was with the Rocket, plus I don't want him to die in this film, but it looks like we're probably going to see Rocket dying. And now, as this trailer continues, we can see Peter like pushing someone out the window and going along with them. And now this is obviously it could be a nebula or the High Evolutionary, and then he lands on the ground. And then as we can see Peter and Groot running away from the ship as it's about to kill them. And then we get our first look at Rocket's girlfriend, who is Lila. And now we don't know who is going to be voicing Rocket's girlfriend, but it's going to be nice to see her being a part of this film, and especially that like Rocket now has a good girlfriend at least who's like my by Raku, but it's gonna be nice to see Rocket's girlfriend in this film. And now, as we get to see here in the Shy, is Gamora and Mantis like carrying Drax, and as we get to see, he's been hurt, he's been stabbed, meaning that like Drax could be dying in this film, and even with the James Gunn who is teased over time, and that with Guardians Volume 3 is gonna be the most emotional Guardians film, and maybe with a ton of deaths, and it's especially as it's gonna be like maybe like a ton of deaths in this film, since this is the last Guardians film in the franchise, and even though with the Rocket who assumed that like he's probably going to be dying, especially as he was created by the High Evolutionary, and he was created for animal testing, and which means that like Rocket could be dying, and then like Drax could be dying as well, and even like especially this the fate of the Guardians. And then next, we can see Mantis and Nebula and Drax running into a creature, and now with this creature, I think this is the same one and that we saw the Guardians spawn in the opening scene of Volume 2, and then we are first look at Adam Warlock, who's going to be played by Walter, and now as we can see, he is fighting Nebula, and now with Adam Warlock, he was teased in the Guardians Volume 2 post-credit scene, and that it was guarded as he was inside of a cocoon, and now it's going to be so awesome to see Adam Warlock's MCU debut in this film, especially as he's going to be the protagonist, and he is basically described as the anti-hero, meaning that he is good and evil at the same time. And now in these last few trailer shots, we can see Mantis here who is crying like at someone who is obviously dying, and especially for who could be dying here. And I think that this could be one of the Guardians, and it could be Drax dying, or it could be someone else dying, probably in Mantis' arms. And then we can see Rocket here, as he's who we're assuming that he is about to be animal tested by the High Evolutionary, since he is a Rocket's creator, and even with a Rocket being subject for animal testing, and now it obviously means that we're probably going to get flashbacks of Rocket in this film. And now in this last final trailer shot, we see Peter and Groot like fighting side by side, with him saying "We're Groot." And now this is exactly a reference from the first Guardians film, right for Groot was about to die, and that's how little Groot was born, and that's how Groot was able to reward himself into little Groot. So that's why. Like he is like the son of a big Groot, and now especially this is gonna be very cool to just see Peter and Groot fighting side by side, since it's going to be the last Guardians film where this is where we'll rely on the fate of the Guardians. We got this hilarious moment between Drax and Peter, with Drax saying that he'll kill anyone that gets in their way, and with Peter he replies by saying that they're not going to kill anyone, and with Drax saying that killing someone that's just a stupid guy like no one loves, and with Peter saying like Niners to make it sad, and now this is like a hilarious moment that we're going to see, especially with this being like the last like Guardians film, especially we're going to see all these hilarious moments and these emotional moments, especially with the Guardians. And yeah, with the Guardians Volume 3, I'm just ready to experience this movie. I think with this film, it's going to be emotional and plus filled with deaths. And with the James Gunn who teased that this is going to be the most emotional Guardians film that we've ever seen in the entire MCU, where we're going to see the Guardians going on one last mission, or one last time. Especially it is going to be filled with a lot of things, especially with the High Evolutionary being the main villain, and we're probably going after the Guardians, especially being after Rocket. Especially I just cannot wait to see Adam Warlock's performance in this film. I think with like every death that we're seeing in this film is definitely gonna make shed a tear, and I think with this film is gonna be emotional and impactful as well that we've ever seen in the MCU, especially with this movie being part of Phase 5 as well. So that's my first video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. What your thoughts on my breakdown, and what some Easter eggs and stuff that I may have missed that you didn't notice. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you could get this video a like and subscribe to notification bell for future videos. And if I have updates, always follow me on Twitter. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.